Hi, this is Jeff with the Big Hairy Dog, and we're going to talk about zip code lookup. Zip code lookup is a standard feature of Retail Pro. It requires that you first turn it on and inject it, and then it does zip code lookup. So let's take a look at the feature first, then we'll look at how to set it up. The feature itself, it works in the customer database, or it works in the vendor database. So if you have a customer, and you type them in, and you add an address, and then down here in the postal code, we can type in 95827 and hit the tab key, and it says that's Sacramento, California, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this one, of course, actually happens to be a zip code for more than one set town, so you have to pick like Schenectady. And of course, I already got one in there, so it's upset at me for putting another one in there, right? That's really it. It's just the ability to look up the city and state based on the zip code lookup. So let's take a quick peek at the same thing happens in vendors, right? If I'm out here and I make a new vendor and I were to be adding an address here, it's going to do the same thing, right? Right. So that it works wherever you have zip codes. Cancel and cancel. All right. So how do we set this thing up? Well, the first thing you got to know, there's a preference, but the preference, if we turn it on, it won't work necessarily. So in preferences, if we go to node section, node selection, and inside the copy, typically above the stores, that's the sweet spot to set your preferences. And we will go down here to, there it is right there. So it's right here at the top under System General, right? It says Enable Postal Code Lookup. So we check that off, and we say where we want it to write. So I said I want both of them to write to address 3. I could have had the state write to address 4. If I want to segregate the states, if I want to report on that stuff and have a separate field to hold state, I could do that. Most people just have city and state write to address 3. So Sacramento, California, right? I mean, and a state abbreviated or full, your choice, right? Abbreviated. So that's the preference right there. So right at the top, right under System, save, right? Now, unless you've actually injected the zip codes, they won't be there to insert, right? So if we are, it doesn't matter where we are here, but I'm going to go back to the main menu. Then I'm going to click back on this button down here, and I'm going to go to what's called the Technician's Toolkit. And in the Technician's Toolkit, we have to sign in, right? And in here, we go to Data Utilities, Zip Code Injection, right? Then we say right there, we just click on Execute Zip Code Injection, right? And then it starts doing an injection. It takes about an hour and a half, 2 hours to finish the thing fully. But that's it. You have to go and inject the zip codes in Prism, turn on the preference, and start using the feature. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Hope you enjoyed this feature of the month, and thanks for watching. Again, this is Jeff at the Big Hairy Dog. Appreciate you taking time out of your day. Thanks.